anyone guess the leading cause of home fires and home injuries? Any answers? Well, the answer is cooking fires. Hello, my name is Brian Day. My fire prevention topic that I'm going to briefly talk about is cooking fires. The purpose of this fire prevention topic is to teach or reemphasize some tips on reducing the number of cooking fires. Most common cooking fires in the home involve the stovetop, and most of those fires are preventable. I'm going to give you some tips on preventing those fires, or in some cases, when those fires are started, how to extinguish them. And the first tip is stay in the kitchen. Too often we're starting to cook and then we get distracted and we're now out of the kitchen, and by the time you come back to the kitchen it might be too late. You're not able to get that fire under control or extinguish it, and you're having to call the fire department out to hopefully save your home, when if you had to stay in the kitchen you could have prevented that fire or extinguish it if the fire did start. So stay in the kitchen. The second topic is keep anything that can catch fire away from the burners, away from the stove top. Things like your oven mitts, any of the packaging that you might use for food, any paper towels or any just normal towels. Keep those loose things away from the burners as well. The third topic is loose clothing. I want you to wear tight clothing when you're cooking. Any loose clothing or baggy clothing can, brush up against those burners and catch fire. If that does happen, you're going to want to use the stop, drop, and roll method. So I want you to stop immediately what you're doing, and then drop or lower yourself down to the floor and continuously roll back and forth. You're going to do that rolling back and forth to basically smother the fire and cut out the oxygen supply. That's why you're going to roll back and forth. If you do get burned at all, however, you're going to want to run the burning area or the burnt area under cool water. And another tip for preventing or extinguishing a fire extinguishing a fire is if you do have a pan or a pot that does catch fire, what I want you to do is slowly or carefully turn off the burner and then also place a lid over the pan. This is going to prevent the amount of oxygen in there. It's going to basically smother the fire and also put the fire out. And don't remove that lid until the pan has cooled off completely, and that'll help put out that pan fire. If you don't have a lid, some things you can use is baking soda to pour over the pot or the pan to extinguish the fire, and also if you have a fire extinguisher, just be certain that if you do have a fire extinguisher, it's a Class K rating, and because those are specifically for cooking fires. In conclusion, you should now have some tips for preventing cooking fires and how to extinguish a fire in case you do get a cooking fire. Thank you.